Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's 7:28 or 9 in the morning. My baby has been waking up at 5 for the last few days, and I am not in agreement with this. I am not in agreement with this. Yes. So today, today is my day 4 in my 1 year challenge to be visible, to be present, and to share my journey to ultimate potential. And inspired by the developments with my toddler, I'm going to share with you, about the relationship we have with things, with events, with ourselves, with our emotions and feelings, with our beliefs and values. So it's one thing to wake up in the morning, like super early in the morning, when before the sun rises, is a one thing. And it may be more challenging, less challenging. It may be like, if you're a nighttime person, that will be more challenging. If you're an early morning person, it might be less challenging. Yeah, might be more challenging if you only went to sleep after midnight. Like, there are various different things that will impact how challenging that is. But for sure, what makes it into suffering is the relationship we have with this. And you can swap waking up in the morning with anything else in the world, doing the dishes for 1,875th time, having to hoover again, doing groceries, going to work, speaking to the person that we don't really want to speak, standing up for ourselves at work with a bully. I don't know, 1 million things. It might be anything and everything. The principle is the same. The situation might be challenging, like might be a little bit difficult, might be a bit requiring some effort. But if our relationship with this happening is of like a conflict, a nature of conflict, if it has a nature of conflict, then it becomes suffering. And I'm definitely in this zone. Like, I'm definitely in the zone of suffering, feeling self-pity. I could throw such a pity party right now. I'm gonna indulge you for a moment, yeah, and myself. So, poor me. Poor me. It's hard enough to be a single mom. I don't have like a lot of support. It's hard for so many reasons. Um, yeah. And waking up at 5 is crazy. And the way it looks like in the morning is my son wakes up, he goes to grab his water bottle, he gets it, he'll come back, crawl back to me, and he will I will try to, I'll cuddle him. I'll be like, okay, okay, come, let's just sleep a little bit longer. So he'll lie next to me with his water bottle, and depending on a day, he might go back into like a little, like a 5 minute snooze. And then I go, oh, yes, yes. But I kind of know this is gonna be like not long at all. And then waking up after 5 minutes when you just hit that kind of that sleep zone. Oh, torture, torture. He wakes up, he starts to like move and wriggle, and he starts talking. And of course, I wake up, and then I go, no, yeah, just a little bit longer. Let's go sleep. It's like, it's super early. The sun is not out yet. Come on, oh, come on. So, like, trying to cuddle him, trying to soothe him back to sleep, not really working. But he's kind of allowing me to go with the motion. He's like, okay, okay, you do your thing, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna jump now. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna like, I don't know, hit the duvet or hit the pillow right next to you. It's like he's up, and yeah. And what do? I try everything that I can to go back to sleep because I'm in conflict with this idea to get up. And yeah, I'm just I'm just in disagreement. I'm just in disagreement. It's like, I don't want this. I did not sign up for this. I did not pay subscription for this, certainly. It should be cancelled by now. No. So, yes, and I'm trying to think about other areas of my life where it is similar, just to give you an idea. Okay, yes. Okay, I've got one. Um, so there is this project that I'm ready to do. Like I'm kind of ready to do, but I'm not ready. I keep faking reasons why I shouldn't do it yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I No, I haven't. I need this and that. I need more for whatever. I need to buy those things, and maybe there could be like a sign that could show me that the universe is supporting me. And I get signs, but it's like, no. Maybe if somebody told me um, that, like that they want to take part in the project, even though I haven't told anyone about it yet, maybe that would be the sign to do it. So, because I'm in, like, the space is conflicted, there is like a deep yearning and deep desire, like my heart is open for this. I want to do it. I feel this is my calling. This is so aligned with who I am, with my belief system, with my life view, like with wanting to be of service to people, to share my gifts and my talents. Like, yes, I want it. I want to do it. And what is in conflict is just fear. Well, I'm saying just, oh, just fear, but it's like, is fear of not being enough, not knowing enough, being out of my depth, not having done anything like specifically like this before, um, fear of failing, not making it. Um, yeah, yeah, just a lot of fear. Just a lot of fear. um, and waking up at 5, what's in conflict? I guess feeling that the day is gonna be so long. Even though it's like just maybe an hour and a half earlier than we wake up anyway, it doesn't make reasonable. It doesn't make much sense, you know? It's like it's just an hour and a half earlier. But it's before the sunrise. And it's just suddenly the day is so long. What am I gonna do with this day? Oh my gosh. And I'm not ready. I'm not ready to start it. I'm not ready for breakfast. I'm not ready to unload the dishwasher yet. I'm not ready to look at the laundry and look at my to-do list and yeah, decide what I'm gonna cook today and whatever. I'm just not ready to like tend to um, creating a beautiful, nurturing, safe space for my toddler to thrive. I'm not ready for this. It's too early, and the day is gonna be so long. I'm not gonna make it. I guess, and it's all irrational, right? It's all irrational. So yes, when we are in conflict with an idea to do something or with a situation, it's usually not very rational. But do our feelings follow reason? No. And I think all men that ever in history tried to reason with a woman who is feeling very emotional, they will agree. Reasoning doesn't make any sense. It because it doesn't. It doesn't take you anywhere. It just doesn't make any sense. So why? Why? So the way the mind works is big function of the mind is to understand our environment, right? We see things and we can identify them. Okay, this is my apartment. This is the carpet. It needs hoovering. So we identify things for what they are. When we are in situations with people, we identify what's going on by comparing it to all the memories of the past. So we identify things, cognition, and we kind of predict like what to do in the situation based on all the past. It's not really like the best way of using the mind, but that's what we do. We could do much better, but that's what the majority of time that's what we do. And we don't even think, we are not even aware of it. This is happening in the background. Like when we don't think how when we drive a car. We don't think about it. It's quite automatic. We've been doing it for so long. We check the mirror without thinking about it. We like operate the pedals and the gearbox and whatever without thinking about it. And it's the same with thinking, with the same way of cognition. And another function of the mind is to be aware of the feelings. The mind makes sense of what is happening in the body. Like, because the feelings are not in the mind. The feelings are in the body. So, for example, grief is in a lot of grief is in the lungs when we feel, sadness, sorrow, or having lost something or someone is like very much around here, right? When we feel anger, is a lot in the stomach. And other parts as well, like we feel it, we can feel it the whole body as well. But there are certain parts of the body where the feeling is like prevailing, right? Um, yes, fear, kidneys. When we do yoga and all of those back bends, when we work on our kidneys, yeah, we can get in touch with the fear that we feel, or we don't want the fear to feel. Um, so yeah, the emotion live in the body because emotion is also very like chemical. Is different glands produce different hormones um, for what we call negative emotions and what we call positive emotions. There are different glands in the body and they produce different neurotransmitters and different hormones and different everything. So we feel the emotions are connected to physical sensations, and then our mind is making sense of it. Oh, I'm feeling this. Okay, well, that's that. Although not a lot of people use this function of their mind. People don't know how they feel a lot of times. They're just feeling something. Um, yeah, I think we're getting better and better at identifying what is it that we feel. Yeah, yeah. Being a therapist, yeah, I've had a lot of practice um, in supporting people to identify what it is that they feel. Yeah, I had like a double practice, not only on myself, but supporting others as well. So the mind has a secondary function when it comes to feelings and it's trying to understand. Um, yes. So emotions are not reasonable. They appear as an effect of being in a situation. And then we try to make sense of it. And why am I saying this? Uh, what did I want to say next? Hang on a second. Yes, yes. So, um, the mind doesn't really control feelings. No. Reasoning with feelings. No. Not a great idea. Um, so what can we do? Are we just on mercy of feelings? No. There is a lot we can do, actually. There is a lot we can do. Free will and freedom. If we claim our freedom in situations, in relationships, in situations like my 5 o'clock in the morning at the moment, I'm a slave. I'm a slave at mercy of my toddler. I'm a slave. But I kind of decided to have a baby. I brought him into this world very consciously. I wanted this. It's like you wanted this. Yeah, I did. I didn't want suffering though. So he's obviously like a separate person to me, and he's claiming his freedom. So by waking up at whatever time um, and following his like body wisdom, I guess. Yes. And I have freedom to um, continue creating suffering if I want to, if I so choose, if that's something, you know, because we choose suffering because that's something we know. That's something we know. We've been in relationship with suffering, with pain, with fear forever. Like since we were little children, and even before that, because we kind of inherit other people's relationship with suffering, pain, and fear. Yes, yes, we do. We look at them, we observe them, and we go, okay, well, these, the king and queen of the universe, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, what, whoever the guardians, they are doing this. I love them so much, and they are the whole world to me. If they are doing this, it must make sense. So I'm going to do the same. That's what we do when we're children. So, yes, yeah, we have very intimate relationship with suffering, with pain, with fear, and we indulge. We indulge. This is something that we know. This is something that we trust. Yes, we trust because it's there. It's there for us. It never lets us down. It's always waiting like a loyal friend. Um, it's true. It's true. Yeah. And it's not our fault. Again, this is the inheritance. This is the inheritance that we are now saying, whoa, okay, I'm gonna choose something else now from the menu, please. Like, I've been eating this dog food for a long time. I don't want dog food no more. I would like something really nice now. Yeah. So we can, and we are. Well, I am, and I know a lot of people who do too. So how do we do this? How do we do this? Well, not by reasoning. When we feel super intense emotion, the best thing to do is to, well, step number one, realize this is what we feel. So, all right, this is what I do right now. So I have this thing when I go to a shop and I have like a clear purpose. I'm like, yes, I need a new pair of trousers. Okay, I need socks for Kana. I need groceries. I need this, that, and the other. Then I go in the shop and I have no problem being there and finding the stuff that I want. The problem is when I don't know what I want, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to this charity shop, see what they've got. And if I, yeah, I'm already feeling this. It's like, oh, if I walk in, I don't see something that I like, I feel intense awkwardness. It's like, it's like I don't have a valid reason for my presence in this shop because I already know I'm probably not going to buy anything. So, yeah, I should not be there no more. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should leave now and apologize to the shopkeepers. I'm not gonna give them any of my money. Yeah, not reasonable at all. No, I know it's not reasonable. I know it's really silly. Um, but did it work for me that I was telling myself this? No, because next time I went to shop without a reason, I was feeling exactly the same. Oh my god, I should go now. So most of the time, I don't go to shops if I don't have like a clear purpose. I just don't go. I don't go. But now that I know what's going on, that I have these feelings, I'm not sure why I have these feelings. If there was someone in the family that was feeling that, I have no idea. If it's coming through my low self-worth, I don't know. It's like, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's useful to know why. Sometimes it's really useful to work with the root cause of the situation. And other times it's not necessary. And with this situation, not so necessary. So all I do, if I do go to a shop, let's say a charity shop, and suddenly I'm browsing and suddenly I feel this surge of like super intense emotion, and I just stop there and I breathe. I breathe. So at first I breathe like, I imagine I breathe all the way from the earth, like I'm drawing the energy from the earth. I'm breathing all the way through my body, through all the affected areas where I feel it. So this all tense, expansion, 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 all the way up, and then breathe out. And my intent, so intention, really important. So that is like a role of the mind in this. My intention is to breathe into the feeling, breathe into the area of the body where that's affected. So I breathe through it, and it doesn't take long. It's usually like just a few breaths, and then it's kind of okay, releasing. And when the emotion is released, it's no longer holding me like leave the shop now. When it's like okay, then I tell myself, and that's also when the mind comes in, I tell myself it's okay to be here. It's okay not to buy anything. It's okay to keep looking. Like, it's okay. I have the right to be here. I have the right to live, to breathe, and to not to buy anything. It's okay. So, yeah, yeah, simples, right? It's quite simple. But it takes a bit of awareness. It takes a little bit of awareness to know what it is that we feel, and to know like what is it that we want to, so that we can, so that's like using the mind to kind of put a new programming. So this is what I want to feel. What I want to feel is I want to have freedom. I want to feel free to browse without necessarily committing to buy anything. And yeah, so that's what I'm implanting. Yeah. So I guess when it comes to my 5 o'clock in the morning situation, what could I do? All I'm thinking now is that I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I want to go to sleep. I'm so tired. Can anyone help me? So, yes, which is, this is something I've been speaking to. I've got like this medicine sister out there in the world, and we've just been talking about the myth of having the prince arriving with the kingdom. So this is, all the fairy tales that we've been fed with when we were kids, when we were little girls, is, there is a princess, and she's given, at some point in the story, she's given this prince, and he comes with the kingdom. And before him, there is no kingdom. And when he comes, there is kingdom. And there is forever, happily ever after, right? Only when the prince comes, there is the kingdom and there is the happiness. and she can settle now, because before she can still sing with the birds, and she can be really connected with nature, and she can be beautiful, and she can be creative and inspired, and she can be all of those things. She's not what's the word I'm looking for? She's not whole, she's not fulfilled, she's not um yeah, she's not in her full potential, I guess. Yes, exactly. She's not in her full potential until the prince arrives, because he comes and he brings the kingdom, and now she's in her full potential. Yes. So this is very, very subconscious programming that we all have. This is there. So how it is showing now in my 5 o'clock situation is that, oh my God, can somebody come and take this away from me? Can somebody come and take this problem away from me? Maybe, yeah, maybe I go for a walk today. Maybe I put some pretty clothes on, and I meet my prince today, maybe. Um, and he, we live together. He moves in. We live together, and then he will take my baby in the morning. That's what he's gonna do, because he's gonna be so appreciative in what a beautiful mother I am, and he's gonna want me to have rest in the morning, my beauty sleep, whatever. He's gonna take my baby 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes. Oh, yes. So yeah, this idea is there, and is kind of bypassing what I really want, what I really want. I don't want this to be a solution to my problem. I don't want this. No, but it's already there. This solution is already in I wanted to say subconscious mind, but obviously I'm aware of it, so it's not quite the subconscious mind. But it's like at the edge of subconscious. Yeah. Yeah, but I know I've been fed those stories and I've got my eyes on it. I'm like, right, I'm not going to allow this to control my life. I am claiming freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I want to be in my fullness. I want to be in my maximum potential, regardless if the prince is here. I want my kingdom, or queendom, regardless if I have a prince or not. Like, I don't, yeah, what the hell? so, so yes. Um, Another complexity. If human beings are super complex, human beings are super, super complex. So another complexity that I add to the situation, and we all do that to some extent, is I think it's going to be really hard to change this 5 o'clock thing, because it's 5 o'clock. It's before the sunrise. It's not normal. Like, it would be hard for anyone. This is like the whisper of reason telling me why it is hard, and it would be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to change. And of course, if I have the narrative, it's gonna be very hard to change. It's gonna be very hard to change, because I'll make it so. I'll make it hard. Everything that we think, everything that we make up in our mind, we create, we we put in motion. So as long as I think it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. So this is the mind working in opposition to like to where we are heading, to what we really want, you know? It's not, the mind is not the loyal um, partner. The mind is not my loyal partner in this project I'm alive. No, she's stubborn. She thinks she knows everything best. She is taking the lead in everything, and it's basically quite shit because what I want is I want absolute freedom, freedom from all that bullshit, all the programming, all the inheritance, all the ideas of how things should be. I want to live from my heart. I want to live from my heart. So, what I want, dreaming time, dreaming time. What I want at 5 o'clock in the morning, I want to bless myself. I want to bless myself. I want to bless my son Kana for being this curious little boy, for being beautiful, for being healthy, for wanting to start early. And I want to invoke, I want to, instead of fear, oh my God, the day is going to be so long, I want to invoke curiosity. So, how, like, so if it was, I want to be like, so if this is like the best gift that I can receive today and it's here, how can I make use of this gift? How can I unpack it? Like, how can I cherish it, devour it in the most delicious, amazing, magnificent way? How can I make it into my advantage? How can I be in wonder with this? You know? Like, this is how I want to be, and not, oh, 5 o'clock in the morning again. Yeah? Doesn't it sound like 100% better? It does, doesn't it? So, and that's what I mean by like achieving the full potential, you know? I think we have potential to dream a life. You know, I don't even have a word for this. It's like we have ability to dream big, whatever big is for you, you know. For me, it's when I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm curious and I'm in wonder and I'm in receivement. In receivement, this is not a word. In receipt of a blessing, and I want to feel it. I want to feel it. I have one more hour in the day today. Wow, what am I gonna do with this? I could do so much. So we can dream it. When we dream it, when we even open up to possibility, and then we make a commitment. Yes, I'm gonna do this. You know, maybe it's not gonna happen the first time, or maybe it will. Definitely not gonna be hard. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy, and it's gonna happen sooner than I think. Uh, yeah. So we dream it. First we kind of visualize it, see it. How is it that you want it to be? You know, and then connecting. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it together now because I feel we are in this space, and you've been like showered and bathed in those stories of challenges and how we create those challenges by having conflicting um, relationship with them. So bring one in, or if you don't have one in, don't bring it in. You can work with like just a general, like a general, I want to shift my attitude to dealing with challenges. Yeah. And let's shift it together. Let's attune for the shift to happen. And it will happen because we are choosing so. Okay. So. Amazing. Okay. So, with those breaths, we let go of all the stories that have just been shared and spoken, and all the stories that were invoked in your bubble, in your universe, by listening to my stories. Let's just put them on a pinboard for now. Just creating space for new, creating space for what we want, for invoking the shift. Yes. Okay. So today, let's imagine like a protective dome of golden blue light around us. A dome is like a half a sphere. So really feeling that we sit on earth. We sit on earth, or we lie on earth. Feeling the roots extending from the soles of our feet, from the coccyx bone, just under the coccyx bone. The roots extend into the earth. We are children of earth. We are part of this big being. We are part of this Gaia. We are one with each other. We are one with earth. We are one with the trees, with the grass, with the birds, the stones, with the clouds, with the water, with everything we see. We are just one stream of consciousness going through this beautiful life. And having a moment of appreciation to life, landing in the space of the heart, feeling gratitude for the breath, for the body, for the friendships, for everyone in our life that reached a helping hand when we needed it, to all the teachers that we've met, giving thanks. And extending through the roof, through the crown chakra, into the universal intelligence, into the stream of consciousness, into God, whatever you call it, whatever you call that thing that is beyond the senses, beyond the seen. That the quantum physics is really starting to name as well, with the C word, consciousness. It's so nice. I give thanks that the physicists, the scientists, are now really opening to the spiritual in their own scientific way. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. So, yes, breathing in between heaven and earth. Every inhalation, breathing into the heaven. And exhalation, breathing into the earth. Knowing that in this breath lies our spirit, our soul. Try not to breathe for 10 minutes and you can see where the spirit goes. Yeah. So in this sacred space that we opened, we are calling in the shift. We give thanks to the mind for working so hard all the waking time to identify things, to classify things, to let us know what is what within and what is what around. Giving thanks to the mind for all its functions. Acknowledging the mind is doing its role to the best it can. She can, he can. And it's just doing its role. It's perfect. It's perfectly fine. It's absolutely fine. It's doing its function, it's doing its role. So giving thanks to that. It kept us safe and alive for all this time. So thank you. And making a new agreement with ourselves for whatever it is that you want. This is time for you. I'm going to allow some silence. I'm going to do mine in silence, and I'm going to give you time to do yours. What is it that you would like for yourself? What is the shift? Formulate it in a positive language. So positive statements without use of no. Like, do not say, and I don't want this to happen. Because then it just makes things complicated. You have to see that thing that you don't want, and then you kind of have to like undo it and raise it. Like, it's just better to say, and I want this, rather than I don't want that. Yes, so go. So tuning into the heart now, tuning in with the heart, setting intention to align to the highest frequency available to you, aligning to the higher self, aligning to the true love, the love for all, the love for everything there is, love for unlovable, the love for just everything. And making a commitment right now to open up, to make it so. I am opening up to make it happen. And I allow myself to meet people and meet circumstances and allow all of these things to support me in my shift. I am opening up to my own feelings and my own stories from my history that may or may not surface to help me with this shift. And I make a commitment to meet it all with openness, to meet it all with compassion, forgiveness, and love, so that I can completely change. And to make it so, let's welcome in the sacral chakra as well. The reproductive organs. It doesn't matter if they are physically there or not. The energy center is still there. So tuning in to this life-giving force within us and breathing into it, energizing it. And connecting just with your intention, with your mind's eye, connecting this life force with the idea of the shift that you want to see in your life. You can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it, whatever's right for you. See it, feel it, hear it as the life force within your sacral is feeding this shift, this transition, this change, this transformation. And as it's feeding it, its energy, it's alchemizing. The shift is already happening right now. Through the power of your intention, through the power of your will, through the power of your decision. That is the power of the mind in its fullest. Yes. Yes, that is something to cherish. That is something to celebrate. The creative force that we are. And setting the intention to just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. My intention is to enjoy it. My intention is to find a way to enjoy it. Yes. Thank you so much, sisters, brothers, family. Thank you for joining me. It's been amazing to share very intimately what's going on with my life so early in the morning. I feel very different now. Like physically, I can feel I'm tired, but my whole body is tingling and I feel like my smile is from ear to, I can feel my smile in my ears, like it's from ear to ear. I feel connected. I feel, I feel I'm not alone. Um, I no longer identify with a single mother who's got so many challenges and it's so hard and like a lot of pity, self pity, and feeling sorry for herself. It's like it's far gone. I can still see her. If I wanted to, I can bring her back for sure. That's the power of the mind, yes. Um, yeah, but I can also choose to be here in this connection to the divine and in this very powerful spot of being able to choose what I want my reality to look like. This is what I want it to look like. And off. Yeah, I want to enjoy everything. I want to bring it. Yeah. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Here I come. All right, lots of love to you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I'll speak to you soon. All right.